عشت رمضان.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره. أعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي من نفس واحدة خلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء. واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام، إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، فإن كل محدثة بدعة، كل بدعة ضلالة، كل ضلالة في النار. إنما توعدون لآت وما أنتم بمعجزين. Few weeks ago, everybody asking when is Ramadan. Reflect and think. 3 weeks ago, you asking, is tomorrow Ramadan or not? Today, we say goodbye to Ramadan. We say good hafiz to Ramadan. This is reality of life. Money, wealth, beauty, youth, housings, cars. One day you have a smile, and one day you have tears. One day you have happiness, and one day you're sad. When you go to the airport, because your beloved one is arriving, and you keep looking to the watch. You keep looking to the watch. But time goes, now you're going back to the airport to say goodbye to the same person. You don't know if you're going to see him again or not. I keep reflecting and thinking about the sadness of the Sahaba. May Allah please with them all. When the Prophet ﷺ passed away and died, it was not Ramadan, was not that he missed Hajj. He is the Prophet of Allah, the teacher, the companion, the one who almost everything for them in this life. We get happy that Ramadan is coming, but it's nothing but weeks, days, hours. Ramadan is leaving. Sad. You still can fast after Ramadan. You still can pray after Ramadan. Maybe the sadness, because you don't know if the ability and the strength and the help of Allah is there for you or not. The help of Allah is always there. أَلَا إِنَّ نَصْرَ اللَّهِ قَرِيبٌ. But do we deserve it or not? The fear of, now this is shayateen, and this is shins that they used to be chained. The matter of a day or two, they're going to be loose. The blessings, the fasting, the waking up before Fajr, eating the suhoor, the shower, the blessing showering you is that time. You're out there to eat. And as a result of this, you're going to pray in time. What's going to happen after Ramadan? Are you going to pray Fajr at night? Are you going to be up there for Taraweeh or Qiyam? It's a different environment. It's not that Ramadan is leaving. The fear of not having the support. Like you go in a program and you have somebody helping you, taking your hand, showing you which keyboard you're going to punch, all these things. And now we're going to go to the real life again. You deal with all these things. SubhanAllah. Ramadan is leaving. And the sadness comes also that you don't know, is this fasting been accepted or not? It's not a matter that you fast, you give your zakah, you make qiyam al-layl, tarawih, night prayer. Did Allah accept it? I have a relative of mine, they have an exam, temporary exam for this life. For 2 months, they've been studying. It's going to go before the board, medical board, or going to be before board of lawyers, or whatever it is. Human being, nothing else. So they have the fear before the exam, and after the exam is over, they still have the fear. They don't know the result. They don't know the result. And the result is not going to come in a week or 2 weeks. For a whole month or 6 weeks, they worry, do not feel to eat. We came to the mosque, alhamdulillah, min tarawih, alhamdulillah. We give our fitra, alhamdulillah. Like I say, ليس العيد لمن لبس الجديد، ولكن العيد لمن خاف الوعيد. Eid and feast is not for those people who wear a new suits, but the real Eid and the real happiness for those who fear the day of judgment. See how you can be smiling, how you can be happy, and you don't know if your zakat been accepted or not. How you can be happy and running, and you don't know if your fasting been accepted or not. So Allah says, وَالَّذِينَ دون ما آتوا وقلوبهم وجفة, that those who give from what Allah provided them and ordered them to give, while their hearts are trembling, they don't know if it's going to be accepted or not. And it's not a day or a week when you die. Allah knows best. Is this going to be a year? Is it going to be a month? Is it going to be 10 years? When you go there in your grave, you will start to get to know idea about what is the future. Ramadan, nobody looking for the crescent for Ramadan. Tonight they're looking for the crescent for Shawwal. Does this remind you about when you came as a baby? Does this remind you about when you used to be a young man or a young woman, thinking about the future, thinking about your mate? And after this, years later, children, gray hair, don't know what's going on. Subhanallah. We need to reflect. We need to think. Because this life is like a train. You get in the subway, you get in the train, and after this, the station comes. The door is open, you step out. And some other people will come in. Some people getting out. Some people next station, some people come in, and some people they leave. This is life. This is life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Furqan, وَالَّذِي جَعَلَ اللَّيْلَ وَالنَّهَارَ خِلْفَةً لمن أراد أن يذكر أو أراد الشكور. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make alternation between day and night. And after night comes a day, and after day comes a night. And a day after a day, after this Saturday, Saturday after this Sunday, and after this a new Saturday. One after the other, alternation. The circle going on. Allah say, لمن أراد أن يذكر, for those who want to reflect, أو أراد الشكور. You're going to think, you're going to reflect. The result of this, you need to show gratitude to Allah. That He gave you Ramadan, that He enabled you to fast, to be in Qiyam, and for you to understand the same way Ramadan came and left, will be Shawwal, and Dhul Qa'dah, and Dhul Hijjah, and after this the Hajj, and after this another year, another year, another year. The Muslim doesn't count by years. The Muslim counts by seconds, by heartbeat. You don't know the second, the next second, where you're going to be. You're going to be among the living one or the dead one. You're going to be running or you're going to be sitting. من أراد أن يذكر أو أراد الشكور. Ending of Ramadan, disappearing of the crescent, new crescent is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rahmah and mercy for us to reflect and to think and to try again. It didn't work today, inshallah will work tomorrow. It didn't work tomorrow, inshallah, Allah will extend my life for another day. May work the day after this. My dear respected brothers and sisters, reflect, think, be wise. Look to the dunya, look what's happening, and try to take admonishment. Let the things you understand don't pass by you day and night and day, month after month, week after week. After this is still, like you say, mahallak sir. Walking like the trains in Fort Jackson. You stand in your spot, but you keep doing this exercise. You didn't go any place. You're moving, but you are not going forward. We need to go forward. We need to improve. Can tomorrow be better than today? Determine this for yourself. بل الإنسان على نفسه بصيرة ولو ألقى معاذيره. Ramadan is nothing but a safe deposit box, like the charity box outside. Every week you put in $1, you put in $1. And after this, muhasib, the treasurer or whatever, whosoever come and collect. But you deposit for yourself and you want to collect it for yourself. Ramadan, Shawwal, Dhul Qa'dah, all these things. Time, dunya, is nothing but a container. We call it like hassala. And little kids, we train them to save their money. He gives them allowance every week and say, don't spend the whole thing, but some for later. When the Eid comes, you can buy the toy, you can buy this, you can buy that. Time is your hassala. Okay? The collection box. See what are you depositing, what you deposit. Fast and quick salah, because you want to go back to the store, you want to go back to the office. But in the office, he said for 6 and 8 and 10 hours. But salah goes like this. Is this what you deposited? Is this what you deposited? Reflect, my brothers. There's the departure of Ramadan to be a reminder for us, inshallah. So if you're concerned about when you come to open the box and you found a big collection, is now what you are depositing, what you're doing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you exemption in the beginning. رفع القلم عن ثلاث. The pen been lifted from 3 people. 3 people are exempt. And one of them, until you reach the age of puberty. Now start to count. Your years, your months, your weeks, your days, your hours, your seconds, your heartbeat every time. Did you remember Allah? Did you do something to bring you closer to Allah? This is what it is. So don't let this life beguile you. فلا تغرنكم الحياة الدنيا ولا يغرنكم بالله الغرور. Remember, when you go to be foretold, you will be told and be reminded. ينبأ الإنسان يومئذ بما قدم وأخر بل الإنسان على نفسه بصيرة ولو ألقى معاذيره. Now when you get up from your grave and you resurrected to stand before Allah, Allah will inform you about what you had brought forward and what you did not, how short you was. بما قدم وأخر بل الإنسان على نفسه بصيرة. You are well acquainted with yourself, your ability, your means, if you can do a better or not. You can improve yourself or not. Same way you try to improve the vehicles that you ride. It's old. It's air condition is not working. You try to improve it. You try to improve your salah. You try to improve your akhlaq. You try to improve your relationship with Allah. Do you try to do better with the Muslims? What are we doing? only about dunya, a better house, a better wife, a better suit, a better. When we go in this, بل الإنسان على نفسه بصيرة ولو ألقى معاذيره. Every person know what they have, what they don't have. You make excuses, you answer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make Ramadan witness for us, not against us. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the zakah and the qiyam and the salah and what we did during Ramadan to be, insha'Allah, in our account, not against us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to strengthen us after Ramadan, that we don't be acting like a stranger towards the masajid and towards the masahif and the Quran, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will seek His help and will say, Allahumma a'inna ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadatik. Same way like He say every day, 17 times, إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. Thee we worship and from you we ask in help. So say the dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and say it and mean it and really beg Allah with it. Oh Allah, enable me to be grateful to you, to be thankful to you, to remember you and to be grateful to you. Oh Allah, Allahumma a'inni ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husn ibadah. الحمد لله رب العالمين وأصلي وأسلم على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين. عن أبي سعيد الخدري رضي الله عنه, he said, فرض رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم زكاة الفطر صاعا من طعام. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم made obligatory the sadaqah of fitr, zakat al-fitr, from the food of what the people eat in the town. So it is another obligation, and for every person, he or she, the head of their family, is responsible to give it before Salat al-Eid from food, and to know how much that you fill your hands 4 times like this, rice, wheat, cereal, whatever it is, 4 times. This will be for one member of your family. This is the sa' approximately. All right? And the person to give, if you have 5 people and yourself and your wife, so now you multiply 4 by time 7. This is your zakat. Or you go to get a box of cereal for every member and you give it to the poor and the needy. If you have enough to eat, you and your family, the night of Eid, zakat al-fitr is obligatory in you. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam made zakat al-fitr to be tuhra lis-sa'im min al-lagw wal-rafath, and to be tu'ma lil-masakin, to be a means of feeding the poor and the needy, and also to be a means of purification and cleansing for your fasting that has a lot of khudush, a lot of scratching, a lot of holes. So we need to fix our building before presenting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with zakat al-fitr. Go fast and quick, inshallah, over some of the sunnah of Eid for those who may go to make Eid, or even among your family that is celebrating Eid. And we hope that what had happened to Muslims and non-Muslims be a tadhkira and a reminder that how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can change things in blinking of eye. Not only individuals or family, even countries. Everybody. And from what? Something you could not even see it with your own eyes. Virus. You could not see it. Stop everybody. Doesn't matter. You president, you king, what you offer your position. Look how Allah changed things. But Eid, again, is in your heart, between you and your family, that Allah enable you to fast. This is the reality and the happiness of Eid. It's not running and coming. So never feel defeated. Don't be depressed that you are not going to be having toys, that you are not going to have rides, that you are not going to do this and that. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had blessed you to fast, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had blessed you to make qiyam, be happy. Have a smile in your face because you did it and you're still alive and you have a chance to do better. This is the happiness. And this is the sign of faith. إِذَا سَرَّتْكَ حَسَنَتُكَ. When your hasana, your good deed, pleases you, make you happy, and when your sins that you commit disturb you, you are a believer. So let's have confidence in ourselves. Let's be, inshallah, happy when we see our children and we see our wives or our mates, and we say that Eid, the Eid is still there. The Eid is there. Regardless, you went outside or not, you have a new suit or not, the happiness and the contentment that Allah enabled you to fast, to make qiyam. Nevertheless, and without going into much details, don't ask me where I'm going to be in the Eid. Same place. This is my first house, my second house in Busby, or someplace else, wherever it is. You want to see me? I'm here. Am I going to pray Eid? Yes, I'm going to pray Eid. How and where and all these things, I have no details, okay? So basically this is enough. And you read already the website that there is no official Eid celebration on the ground here. But inshallah, I'll pray Fajr. I'm going to make my sunnah for Duha. And inshallah, maybe about 8:30, I'm going to make some takbir for myself and I pray 2 rak'ah. The door, alhamdulillah, of the mosque has been open almost 16 hours a day. And we hope, inshallah, that this mosque will continue to be open and open on the sunnah, inshallah. And to accommodate the people of sunnah and those who would like to know about the sunnah. Be easy with one another. Be forgiving for one another. Be patient with one another. كونوا عباد الله إخوانا. And they treat each other like brothers and sisters. And like I said, again, your happiness is not where you went. Your happiness that Allah had given you tawfiq, that Allah had guided you, that Allah had strengthened you for you to fast Ramadan. So be happy, even if you're still in your living room, and spend time with your family. And those who will say, والذين يقولون ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين وجعلنا للمتقين إماما. It's a big blessing. It's inside your house. Don't be depressed. Don't feel sad. Those who say, oh Allah, grant us from our children and our offspring and our wives the coolness of the eyes and make us a leader for the pious one. The blessings is in your face, on your nose, all what you need to look. You could not see it, look in the mirror, you will see. Blessings of Allah surrounding you everywhere. Look to the children. How many people have been married for years and years, you don't have children. Why don't be grateful? Look to your wife, look to your husband. How many people been married after marriage and after marriage, okay? Kind of a spouse here. Be happy. How many people they don't even have a shelter? Don't say they own a house. Some people, they don't even have a shelter. Halfway house, nothing. So, the ni'mah of Allah surrounded you everywhere. And if it's nothing except that Allah had to choose you and make you a Muslim, you are a millionaire, you are a billionaire. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from us our good deed, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala treat us not with justice but with generosity, that Allah accept what we give, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to do better. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
Those who want to be so-called social distant, there is that area, you understand, enough to be a distant. Those who don't mind to be in the same line, please straighten the line. The last three brothers, Hamza and everybody, please. Last one, Isa, please move forward a little bit. استووا اعتدلوا. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. يا الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. If you make a donation to the masjid or Adly publication or to the school, drop it there in the box and this it. Only if it's the cap fitra, put it in an envelope. If you have the time to write fitra, alhamdulillah. If you don't, put it in an envelope. There is enough envelopes. Minimum $6 per person in the family. Inshallah, we will put on our website max about 9 o'clock, the latest, if the tomorrow Eid or not. Only for purpose of to break your fast or not for any other reason. Thank you. May Allah accept our good deed. Ameen.